So Bears-Rams. Matt Stafford averaged 12.3 yards an attempt. That's why they got Matt Stafford. So it's interesting. When you look around, I mean, you all do this. What I'm about to say, we do this. Joy and I do this. You look around at your competition. You look around. What do they do better than us? What do we got to get better at? Because there's a lot of things we feel like we come in every day, we do a good show. But you look around, Fox looks around, hey, what can we do better here? What can we do? That's what companies do. That's what your company does. That's what my companies do. And the Rams looked around. You know, I talked to people in the front office. They looked around and said, you know what we need? We got Mahomes in this league for 10 years. Okay, we need more Mahomes-like touchdowns, home runs, quick strikes, over the top. They like Jared Goff. They won 10 games a year with Jared Goff. But they felt like they had to coach perfectly with Goff. Nothing came easy. It had to be 9 play drives, 10 play drives, 1 fumble, 1 tip pass, 1 penalty, blows the drive up. And they felt like Stafford gave them 30% more playbook. The Mahomes stuff. I mean, Mahomes and Zeke yesterday, or Tyreek Hill yesterday, had a 1-play drive. I mean, even a Browns fan, I don't even know if it was a good throw. It was like, yeah, they just do that once a game. You just get a free 7 points. Let's just start every game with a free 7 points for Kansas City. You can't explain it. McVay privately liked Goff, but they felt like there was a ceiling. They were limited. Nothing came easy. You had to coach perfectly. 1 offensive line injury, 1 tweaked ankle, 1 drop pass, blew it up. And if you look at the chart of where Stafford threw last night, sprinkled it everywhere, 30% more playbook, deep left, deep right, deep middle, short left, short right. And I think that's the difference. And I also feel fit matters, right? Like in Los Angeles, Magic Johnson is a better fit in Los Angeles than Boston. A guy named Showtime, Magic's the greatest fit in the history of basketball for a city. He literally, his game was flashy. The big smile. The nickname is Magic. Showtime. That's what the Lakers star should be. This is Los Angeles. Jack Nicholson, Diane Cannon are sitting 5 feet away. Like, fit matters. And there's a reason when the Pistons have been good, they're tough. Because Detroit's tough. Detroit's physical. They make cars. They make trucks. They got factory. When Pittsburgh in the 70s was dominating, it was Steel Town, USA. They were tough. Bradshaw was tough. They threw it over the top. They punched you in the neck. They felt like Pittsburgh. And the Pistons always feel like Detroit. Kobe. Magic. Big. And Stafford feels like the Rams. You saw the stadium. The stadium feels like L.A. The stars. Jalen. Goff was a good kid. He's a good player. He never felt big. Stafford, the arm, the talent, the big plays, the home runs, the quick strikes. Stafford feels more like what a Ram quarterback should be. And that's what the Rams wanted. It's not that they didn't like Goff. They won 10 games a year with Goff. But the minute they had to pay Goff, there's limitations on what they could do with the roster. And since they're not going to get rid of Jalen Ramsey or Aaron Donald, arguably the best players in the league at their position, they said, okay, if we're going to have to pay for a quarterback, we'd rather pay for a quarterback that feels more like us, can do more things like us. And I thought the whole night last night on NBC, just Stafford felt big. The game's big, the stadium's big, the star power, the Rams, everything felt big, and he fits perfectly. So Pittsburgh, bless their steel curtain hearts. They think I'm always picking on them. And I said last year when they got up to an 11-0 start, I said, well, I don't think they're very good. I think they're beating bad teams. Their schedule, they got some breaks. And I said, I just, there's certain things in football that I would call them traits. Cleveland has very good traits this year. Excellent O-line, strong running game, and Kevin Stefanski is a tremendous play caller. That is going to wear very well every week. Pittsburgh is built. They're so good in the front seven defensively. If you don't have it buttoned up on your O-line, they are seek and destroy. They will completely disrupt you. And so yesterday, Big Ben averaged 5.9 yards an attempt. Ben is not accurate. Ben is not efficient. Ben's not great at the line of scrimmage. Ben's a home run hitter. Ben looked old in week 1. He looked old yesterday. They can't run the ball. They don't throw the ball down the field effectively. What are they going to look like in week 17? I don't see the traits. What I see is a great front seven. And I mean, best front seven in the league. And that is going to, that's why I said they're an 8-9, 9-8 team. That's going to win them 9 games or 8 games. Maybe he'll win 9. Maybe I had them low at 8. I said they feel like a team that wins one way. Their defensive line, and I said this about the Dallas Cowboys Thursday. Cowboys can beat you one way, shootout. The Cowboys have lost 17 straight games when they didn't score 30 points. They have to score 30. This team has to face average offensive lines, and when they do, this is what will happen. It's why I bet the Steelers this weekend. But I don't see their traits. And by the way, it's week 1. Super Bowls are not won in September. If they were, Andy Reid would have 7, and Bill Belichick would have 1. It's Belichick's weakest month, Andy's best month. But if you look at the best teams in this league, Cleveland, excellent O-line. Rams, excellent O-line. Kansas City, Baltimore, Tampa. Most of your good... Buffalo is rare. Good team, shaky O-line. Most of the good teams will not be completely, utterly unraveled by the Steelers' excellent front seven. When I watched them yesterday, it's not a shot. But they can't run the ball last year. They can't run it this year. They get no push. Najee Harris is fine, but he and Ben didn't click. Chase Claypool's amazing. Rest of the receivers you can have. Chase is great. And this game played right into it. They're a very proud team. Now, Mike Tomlin, and he's impossible to argue with. He is the greatest quote in the history of the league, shuts guys like me up, and he does make a point. I'm not going to argue with that. And that's my point. They have to win ugly because their offensive line's not good enough to win pretty. Ben is a home run quarterback, not an efficient guy, not the accurate guy, and he's averaging 5.9 yards an attempt. Matt Stafford averaged over 12, and he's more accurate generally as a thrower. So I don't see traits that wear well. Cleveland has great traits. They don't. By the way, when Cleveland leads everybody at half, they're not going to face Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Cleveland's going to win this division. Cleveland's traits are excellent for the season. Pittsburgh is just going to monster front seven. But watch when Cleveland and Pittsburgh meet. Cleveland's offensive line's the best in football. First or second best. Cleveland will not be completely disrupted by the Steelers' front. I still think I have the number right on Pittsburgh. Maybe they're 9-8, not 8-9. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.